Hello everybody for the TFW forums. This is the first ever PK review of Gravity Builder's Green Shadow Scraper. It is the clear rendition of the Gravity Builder set, and I believe this is the first time I've seen a video of it. It's the first time, other than pictures, I've seen it's the one in person. So I will start off with telling you I do not own the original version of Gravity Builder, so I cannot compare the plastic quality to that, but I'm quite impressed with how just robust it feels for being clear plastic. As you can see, all the details are still there, picked out very nicely. All the colors are good. Rubber wheels. The die cast is still intact, and a lot of the joint pieces are still in a solid or opaque plastic to allow them to be stronger. I'm going to be splitting this set up and doing a review of each of the 6 bots and then of the combined form, so I'm just going to skip over his leg form for now. So you have to bear with me. I just pulled this out, and this is the first time I will ever be transforming him. I just figure it's a little more, honest if I transform him the first time with people, so that they can see if I mess up, if I break anything, especially with a clear plastic figure, so that they can know what to look out for. And I'm more than willing to make that sacrifice if it happens. All right. So, I've seen plenty of reviews of the original figure of this. I was very interested at the time. I ended up picking up Constructor at the time instead, and I'm very happy with it still, but wanted a version of this, which is why I grabbed Shadow. Alright, so first I'm going to take out his gun, which, as you can see, also clear plastic. Let's see if we can get that to focus on it real quick. Alright, there it goes. You can see clear plastic throughout. The handle is opaque plastic still, though, I believe, or maybe it is clear. I'm going to turn my flash on a second. Alright, yes, it is an opaque plastic. Let's turn that flash back off so you can see better. Alright. It's gun. And now we will get to the transformation of the rest of him. Let's fold back on multiple joints. This was a complaint I had heard a few times, is how many joints there are on the bucket. So I'm just going to get it as out of the way as I can, so that I can free his arms up. Alright, we'll then fold up and rotate around the ladders, and then rotate, or bend 90 degrees at the elbow and rotate around again, and then we will attach the ladders back to this side. Let's see. Alright, bit of a tough snap on this one, but doesn't look like any damage. And then the bottom of the ladder will fold up. Next, we will unclip this hand cover. I'm going to try and keep it in view. There we go. Which allows his hand to spring out, as you can see, also in clear plastic. Then we will fold this back and flat against the back of his arm, as flat as you can. And then this piece we will rotate back and put it right there. I've seen some people put it on front, which blocks his elbow joint. I believe that's what it says in the instructions to do. Yes, it is, but I for one like to be able to actually bend the elbows, so I prefer it on back. Alright, then we pop loose this panel, And we will bring backwards the wheel, I believe. Yeah, I think the wheel backwards looks a little cleaner for his bot mode. Now we'll repeat on the other side. Just pop loose the ladder, bend his elbow straight, rotate to 180 on the ladder, rotate 180 on the elbow, snap bend the ladder back on itself, move this out of the way a little bit so we can pop loose this cover. This one's a little tighter than the other one. There it goes. Hold it back, and then we will roll this back. This side's tighter than the other one for sure. And there we go. So getting close here on the hands. They're clear plastic. I'm not seeing any stress marks. This is the initial transformation. I will keep you all posted if anything arises. Fold loose this piece, and then fold back the wheel. And there's his arms. All right. So as you can see, this one's wobbling around a little bit here. Let's see. Doesn't look like it's because of damage or anything. It's just a little bit looser tolerance. So still no worries about that. All right. We have his upper half, other than the head, which we'll save for last as is custom. All right. Now let's handle the legs. Let's see if I'll remember this one. It's been a while since I've seen anyone mess with these guys. I'm going to fold both feet out of the way for now, so I have room down here. All right. Okay. Then I am going to try and remember what I'm doing. All right. Let's untab these, I think, if I can get them undone. That's a very tight tolerance. I'm just going to check the instructions to make sure that's needed for that. All right, that's what's missing so far. Okay, so first it wants me to untab these side panels from his legs there and fold them out of the way, and then it wants me to extend the whole thing out at this point to straighten his legs. There we go. Legs are straight. Feels a little bit more of his torso in there. All right. Now it wants me to untab these two panels. Very, very tight on this one. First. All right. They are very tight, very secure. No stress on the plastic. This is very, very good feeling plastic. It feels better than most clear plastic I've messed with. I am going to grab a tool to get that side loose real quick. Luckily, I always have a knife on me. I'm just going to use it to pry it loose the first time very carefully so as to not cause any damage myself. Both to myself and by myself. There we go. Now let's put that up. Okay. Now we will roll this piece back up and to there, which will form that. And then we will rotate these down a little bit like this. Rotate the feet like so. Then finish rotating these down. At that point, we will make sure this tab, which is very hard to see on this camera, this tab goes into that hole, which is also very hard to see on this camera with this clear green color. I'm going to go ahead and split the legs so I can get a little better visibility here. Alright, that That's an interesting predicament there. It's like it's not folding enough space up top. There it goes that way. That wasn't a fun sound, but okay. It looks like this isn't quite folding correctly. So as you see, if I fold it, it's layering like that. It's getting caught on, sorry, you can't see that. It's getting caught on that corner, which is what you heard pop instead of rolling. So I need to round out that corner to be able to have it fold properly. I will do that off camera when I'm done. Put his feet into place, and then we'll come around back. Just make sure I didn't forget anything. Nope, did not. Come around back, and we will fold down this little pipe, so we have room to fold down these little covers back here. They're preventing his knees from bending. Alright, almost there. We'll come around the front, open his chest, again, very tight. So far, he's very sturdy. I know the biggest worry for this set is breakage. Everyone worries about clear plastic, but having him in hand, I am not exactly worried. He's pretty robust. Note that you will be experiencing everyone the first time with me, all the way through his combined mode, so I can only speak for the figure I'm up to at the time, and that's just this one. And voila, Scrapper in his robot mode, or, well, Scraper, you know, their version of Scrapper. So let me just I'm going to set his gun aside real quick and pull over the closest size comparison I have. I did not prepare them ahead of time, so I will do that on the next one and make up for that with the Masterpiece standard figure. But for now, I have Striker Nor, whom, if you would like to see me do any review on him and his weapons and stuff, I would be glad to. Just leave a comment or a like on that. Okay, as you can see, Nor's down a little bit, but he comes up to about, I'd say about the top of his chest is the top of his head, roughly. So, they are a good scale together. Nor's beautiful colors, but I'm loving this clear crystal green for the Green Shadow set. It is gorgeous. Alright. So we are here for reviews. So let's go back to the main bot. Alright. So first off, I'm just going to give my thoughts, having never before owned a Gravity Builder piece. I'm very impressed. I do own the Transformation Stunticons so far, the 3 released at this time, and they're what made me really want to go back and grab this set. I know it doesn't really scale with the new combiner scale they're doing, but since when does everything have to match up? Okay. So I'm just gonna go over his articulation, play around with him a bit here for you guys, and then I will move on to Mixmaster or Mixer Truck. I'll try and get both of those out in the next day or two as well. So, as you can see, his arms, he has a very nice outward shoulder, forward back, which is on click. He has 90 degrees. Doesn't go any further than that. That's just where it stops. 90 degrees. His elbows, full bicep swivel. He has a waist joint that is very tight. I'm sure if that backpack was extended or moved, he could probably get a full 180 on it, but I'm not going to do that at the moment. The skirts here. These are the first thing that feels, yeah, that one popped off. This is where I feel like we might have issues. It's these little skirts. I think they had issues on the original too. As you can see, there is no damage on it. they're just a little bit too tight tolerance wise, and that one just popped off without even trying. And they're a bear to pose. I'd have probably preferred a swivel here. Ball joints aren't really needed. A smaller swivel joint, just as long as they're separated, no combined Gundam high grade one that you have to clip apart or anything. But yeah, I don't like these. But those are the only point that's given me any pause on him right now. So, you know. Well, and that. I wish that locked. But, okay, I just shot myself in the forehead with the other one. I will put that back on in a second. He has a very stiff, clicky forward back. The in and out is friction based. So put this back on. He has this extra hip joint here that loves to come loose. They really needed that to lock. And about a 90-degree knee. His feet are on. Okay, so the front one is hinged to the back one of the toes, and they're on both the rocker here and forward back here, so a lot of postability in the feet. And of course, the head on a ball joint. I think it's I'm pretty impressed. This is my first of the Gravity Builder set, and as I said, it's really nice feeling, very bulky. Let's just hand him his gun here to show he can do it. And then, yep, he can hold his gun. And I am going to, that's very nice light piping at that point. As you can tell, I'm not a professional at this. I'm really just coming into my own. This is my first video, so I'm just gonna give you guys a close-up of as much of him as I can. There are no stress marks that I found yet. I will post if there's any difference on TFW. And yeah, if you guys liked my work, just put a like or subscribe, and I will try to do some more. And thanks for watching.